Baba.
Baba.
I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit.
I'm so mad. I thought I made that louder, and it's still so quiet.
I can't believe this shit.
I can't believe this shit.
I can't believe this shit.
It is probably better for when they're getting thrown around in the middle of gameplay or whatnot. Also, I have to finish up my lean cuisine pizza real quick. How?
I can't believe this shit.
Baby alert. What's all? Yeah. Baby alert. Earlier, he was just trying to sleep against my mouse hand. It was horrible. Like, how can I possibly do anything now that you're getting so comfy sleepy against my mouse hand? How could you? Oh my goodness. Look at him. What up, baby boy? I need to get another bite of my yum yum. He's just a teeny tiny.
Will Harry do boys get stick bug today? The world may never know.
Oh yeah, we gotta follow up on that too. I can't believe this shit. Also, Okamori, y'all. Harry the boys. Mr. Dubois. I wanna perfect my Everett voice. Mr. Dubois. I can't believe that you think I would paint a hole in my paint a black spot on my wall so that you'd think it was a hole and try to run through it. Who would even do that, Mr. Dubois? So baby. Ah. Okay, like 2 more bites. I'm a busy man, Harry. I'm a busy man, Harry. Me just in the shower trying to do the Everard voice, just trying to study it. Also, friend seems interested in lean cuisine pizza. Mr. Dubois. Mr. Dubois. Dubois. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I hope you make it even shadier. Okay. Hell yeah. I got a lean cuisine pizza. Here, let's see. Oh! Just a minute. You're so interested? What do you think about it? Wait, this isn't food for cats at all. What the fuck is this shit? Spinach? Mushroom? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Oh.
I can't believe this shit.
Baby interested? They don't need no fucking spinach. They need a pop high. Look. think this baby senses that there is a little melted cheese there that can still be salvaged. Very crucial. So, I want to talk to Titus about the gun lady. Apparently we can learn just a little more about her. And then, I mean, pretty soon it'll be time for sleepies. I probably shouldn't let you have too much more of that. And then I'm okay with going ahead and trying to... Well, here, we'll follow up with Titus. We'll follow up with the cryptid stuff. And then I feel like we can go ahead and meet up with Ruby. There might be some other things that we're missing, but if it were, you know, like just me playing alone, I would feel like that's the appropriate time to go ahead and go for it. Right back. I crumpled up the box and went to throw it away, and Fran ran into a corner and was staring at me like I was going to attack her with it. The hated box. The babies have been running around, especially because I was vacuuming in here. Very scary.
The Coppernado is back.
Yeah! I forgot he calls me that
What
now.
do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
How's the game volume, by the way? It's a little quiet on my end, but that might just be my headphones. We good? Whoa. What's going on over there? Slightly quiet? Something was going on just outside the door. Some fun shit. Okay, here, wait. I can make it a little louder. I can't believe this shit.
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yep, her.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Coorong or something.
Who wrong?
Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Wait here, I'll pump it up one more.
Hey, wasn't Everott's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Who's the B team?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig.
She had my gun. Or nope, she didn't have anything in mind. She had my gun.
You're fucking with me. Your gun. She had your fucking gun?
The big man slams his beer onto the table.
Sure did, boss. Heard him loud and clear. The pigs lost his gun to the pigs.
I think they should lose some morale for not knowing that and just having a dangerous person waving a gun around so long.
Well, at least I can see you got it back. If you have any questions.
He waves in circles, still searching for words. What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
He says, pouring himself another drink. Don't forget I'm supposed to be some kind of like Spanish guy, amigo. Mariana Amigo LaPlante. I'm gonna say that.
Fuck you, pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes.
Who was she?
Was, like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off, but still.
What the fuck is Fran doing?
Us kids, that must have been ages ago. She was better then.
Also, I feel like Titus's voice is
The
just
children
unusually
kept
quiet
her
here.
together.
How did she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends. Ever think of that? Or more like, who wouldn't? Cool uniforms, fast machines, packing heat? Sign me up. You're already signed up. Law enforcement is a respectable occupation, sir. Or I can't but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. I'm sorry. Okay, wait. I know I'm sorry, cop, but I feel like of the things that you can blame Harry for, I don't know about this one. That's probably the least bad option. Sorry, cop.
Yeah, you should be.
Whatever, Cobb. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of our own.
Where'd she get all her cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Fran. Fran. Look at her. Like, I'm innocent. How could you? I'm so innocent. I'm a victim. I'm just laying here. I'm just fucking laying here. What's your problem? What's your problem? BB. BB exploring the slightly moved pile. Yo, BB.
I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit.
Can't believe this shit. God, her face is so funny. I love her so much.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
I don't know. You seem kind of like, I guess we'll do something about it. I'm gonna take off now. I know. How dare you think we wouldn't help some little old lady? What, you think we're gonna help some little old lady? Fuck yeah, we are.
Hi
Shut
again,
the fuck up.
gendarme.
Oh, I still can't do that.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Good boy. All right, Lynn. Oh, her hubby's back with her.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am. Or it was truly epic long distance. Oh, it was a truly epic long distance trek. Or it was just on my way while I was working the case. Or I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now. It was just on my way while I was working the case.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
She hands you a thin ribbon held together by a silver bird skull.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You never told me you've seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense.
Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But, darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Might as well.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you? What happened?
I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature.
I'm just thinking of Celestix from Bugsnax.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me.
It is.
After a while,
the camera zoomed in.
20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left. Went into the reeds.
I wish I could zoom in out during dialogue, because, you know, it's convenient to be zoomed out when I'm moving around, but I'd like to zoom in when we're talking, but you can't do the scroll in and out while you're talking to someone. Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me.
Hey, baby,
Of
no,
course,
don't mess with
she
my, don't mess
just
with my
laughed
mic.
at me, but I knew what I'd seen.
Baby, come back. Come back.
For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Oh no. He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. You were on a date, or its limbs are white, or how big was it? Or maybe you imagined it, Lena? Or Kim, what do you think of this? How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself.
There. Baby, no!
It seemed to be taller than I was.
Let me know if my
then,
mic starts being weird.
That's probably not the case.
Kim, what do you think of all this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
He closes the notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
I also had heat stroke.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
Oh. That's all for now, Miam. Miam.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
And one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locust, no phasmid.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but
The empty trap was the one at your campsite. Maybe this factors into it somehow?
I definitely left that one stocked.
Maybe Gary ate them.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Should we, Rhetoric?
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Thank you, suggestion.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure.
Grapes.
Another trip to the reeds.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter, this phasmid. Or it's not very scientific to reason backwards from a conclusion you want to be true. Or, I don't know, I'm not persuaded. Or, are you sure you've exhausted all the alternative explanations? I don't want to say any of these, but I guess I'll say, are you sure you've exhausted all the alternative explanations?
Of course we have.
Wait, Morel. He may have a point. We have an obligation to rule out other hypotheses.
You're right, dear.
Hypotheses.
It's a fair point. But what other explanation could there be?
He turns to you.
Pardon me. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol is yours.
Responsibility. I got babies. Oh my goodness. I'm like, what about, I don't know, a different bug, like a smaller, like a beetle or something, you know? Continue.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
Interfacing very high, +1 something up with the trap, -1 insulted Morel. Did I? When did I insult him? +2 Kuno's a hooligan. +1 considered alternatives. Boom.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts. Stolen them.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bugs?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such
I know,
a dear
we
to
know he
us.
mans his post
Please
very
let us know whatever you turn up.
faithfully.
I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
Because it's the racist game.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his tea.
Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologise, Geary. You'd be more than
Geary?
helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
I'll get going. Gary.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
I'm sure.
I mean, officers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's something else I need to talk to him about. I mean, you know what? Let's bully him just a little bit. Hopefully we can bully him some. You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
I'm sorry for what I said.
Short means sincere in these things.
Oh. Well then. Interesting. Yeah, wasn't Suzerainty the, Oh, I suppose, Ham, I suppose.
Hi
Good
again, Gendarme.
check. You mean I should really try to pass the composure check? Oh, I
Bye-bye,
suppose I
gendarme.
can spend one of my points. Composure, composure. Composure jeans. Composure windbreaker. Oh, I'm so fucking composed right now. Da 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 ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba. Da ba doo top deep ba doo. Oh, 8-eyed Terratorn tie. Terratorn. Barely even looks like a tie. +1 Inland Empire, Octuple Vision, +1 Volition, Cryptid's Protection. Whoa, 2 good things. Bolo tie. I'm familiar with bolo ties, kind of. I guess I've never seen one like undone in a way that makes it confusing looking. Okay. Composure. Level up. I have 3 skill points after that. It's okay.
Hi again, Gendarme.
We still only have even odds.
Bye-bye, Gendarme. Hi again, Gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground?
Why is that?
Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes.
What the fuck?
Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
Are you part of the homosexual underground? Is this a good check? I'm not bringing it up. Let him go. Ask him. Alright, y'all. Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of. Or no, I just wanted to know whether you were one of them. Yes?
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of
Luckily,
night.
he thinks
Saturday
this
night.
is funny.
Sometimes even Friday night.
Whoa! What about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
He lowers his voice conspiratorially and looks around. But why do you convene? What do you do? Or let's just not talk about this anymore. But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage.
Not the sanctity of marriage.
Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
But I like knowing who I am. Or does it have anything to do with disco? Or other questions? I have other questions, really. Try to back off. But does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco.
Yeah.
Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature. Very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it? Or, no, this is not me. Or, that much fun should be illegal. I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco?
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows? Maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed.
He circles his hands around you.
I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay, blink. Okay, I have to think about it. Or this is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least. This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me.
Absolutely wonderful.
Homosexual underground!
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme érotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Okay.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
I guess we gotta learn that then. In for a penny, in for a pound and shit. What else can we... I guess we could get rid of this, because, like, we don't need healing that bad, usually. Yeah, I'm maxed out on thoughts, unfortunately. Or, of course, maybe this is okay, because I feel like maybe we've exhausted most of the lost loot containers. So it would be okay to lose this one. What do you people who know more than me think? Look, it'll still be a part of me forever. Forever. Wait. Oh, hello, friend. I didn't even know you were there. Hello. I can always relearn something. I guess that's true. Wait, here. We can forget Motorway South. It was mostly interesting to see. Homosexual underground. You see mysterious strangers in the night leaning against unlit doorways, engaged in hushed conversation. A shadowy cabal exchanging looks, whispering in dark alleys and unmarked locales. A radical cell conspiring against the state, and perhaps even against man and woman. Was that a secret handshake? What's going on? Who are these secretive people? How will they accomplish their sinister and world-altering goals? And most importantly, are you one of them? You could be. Maybe you forgot. Internalize. Oh, friend got up on the computer. How mysterious. Well, I want to go to bed. Or I guess we could go try to meet up with Ruby. I mean, I guess it's not like she has like a fucking sleep schedule that we have to worry about or whatever. What? True. Kuno's still here.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about the missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, C.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Also, it's past Claus's bedtime, so I don't know if I
She
can meet up with
sounds
her
like she's
still.
about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
What's this about? Or, now hold on, no one is lame here, just tell me what happened. Or, you kids are in trouble. Now hold on, no one is lame here.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Yes, you do. Oh my god, baby. Maybe just let out a meow. I have a feeling they probably don't have the Fifth Amendment. It's crawling with locusts in here.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack
The perfect
has been
crime.
shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows. Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
You made a little terrarium.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yes, precisely what I was thinking. Or stop being sarcastic, Kim. Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby? Or we should talk to Kuno about this, get him to stop. You think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
We should talk to Kuno about this, get him
I'll
to
let
stop.
you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
Kuno is the stick bug. The sound of melting snow dripping off the roof. It's strange. Yo, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I know you took the locust from the traps a cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
I was really hoping it would be the reed phasmid that ate the locusts, not you, Kuno. Implying he ate them. You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, then you go and build a whole bug town. Why steal locusts? Couldn't you find some other pets? I want to say the bug town thing.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
Plague style. She wails from behind the fence and buries her face in her hands.
You stop. It's like their fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place. Or what are you, some kind of artist now? Or whatever, kids. I just wanted to ask. City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Hold on, did I just hear you right? You said I. Or nod, making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself. Or you should listen to your friend Kuno. Art's lame as hell. Hold on, did I hear you right? You just said I.
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig.
He steps closer.
I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
Maybe not that last one.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds!
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
But not free to die. He tears at the buttons of his shirt trying to rip them open. They don't give away.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
A leaden silence fills the yard.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. So that's what this is about.
That depends on the choices you make, young girl. Or me and Kuno have discussed this. I promise I won't do that. Or say nothing. That depends on the choices you make, young girl.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence.
Defeated.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face.
We did not consider shooting her. I mean, I didn't. I guess Harry canonically did.
You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps. The cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait. Or, I have to ask, what does the city of locusts mean? Or, what's going on to happen to the locusts? Nod towards the shack. I need you to stop taking locusts from the traps.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
I have to ask, what does the city of locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
Oh, that's why they're anti-ADHD meds.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
Yeah, I like how much Kuno has going on. What's going to happen to the locusts?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
No! Okay, now that that's settled, I better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian phasmid.
Huh.
He recognizes the name.
Wait, you know what the Insulindian phasmid is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
As you leave, you notice his usual rooster-like swaying posture has changed. Slowed down, like clockwork unwinding. There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't...
Mysterious. I'll make super sure that we can't talk to Klasha. Yeah. If people told me... Well, I mean, I guess you shouldn't have told me that it was going to lead to Kuno content. But if I somehow knew, psychically, that it was going to lead to crucial Kuno content, I would have done it sooner. I shouldn't have to respect Klasha's schedule to arrest her. Yeah, she ain't here. No, wait, nope. Not the O-face window. I will say, people that know, is there any reason that I should sleep before I go confront Ruby? him leaves if it gets too late? Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'll go ahead and sleep. And I'm going to use the restroom real quick, so look at babies. Ooh. I tripped backwards into front.
I can't believe this shit.
Mamma mia, papà. Ma...
Teeny tiny. Oh, so teeny tiny. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's up, little guy? I'm gonna get them some food in case they're hungry. I heard an alert. What I miss? Holy crap! Thank you very much for the gift sub, Zorano McDownload. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Oh, yum 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 yum. Alright. Time to eat.
It's getting cold, this late in the night.
Good night, Kim.
Good night, officer.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down.
Go eat.
The place feels almost like home now, quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea. Until they're suddenly light.
To the bottom of the sea.
This respite. You've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
Number 3 is actually in my lap. He might be waiting until the other 2 are done, or he might just not be very hungry. Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind.
What?
As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, Darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Fall into a deep, uninterrupted sleep.
After centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
Go.
Open your eyes. Thank you, Volition. It's very ominous for me to just have a good night's rest. I really hope I haven't, you know, fucked shit up and progressed too slow or anything.
Yes?
Nothing. Let's go get Ruby. All right.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Assess the situation.
Distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp.
Oof.
In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180?
180 seems about right. 190. I'm a giant. I'm gonna say 190.
Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty
Also, they went by
brutal up
pounds.
there.
That's surprising.
Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead,
Oh, I assumed they were talking pounds.
what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
Oh boy.
Astral projection. Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat. So don't do that. Just, you know.
What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport? By which I mean scene transition.
Teleportation is not a thing.
Lieutenant Sir, that you stone-faced. Oh yeah, I said it out loud.
Even if it isn't, no one told you.
It is a thing for me. I can't remember it's not a thing. Or, come on, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit? Or, it won't hurt to try. Where's your adventurous spirit, Kim?
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here.
Won't hurt to try.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
It's not fair. Teleport to the roof. +2 saw Tiago climbing. Okay, wait. Savoir-faire. We have -1 savoir-faire at the moment. Hell yeah. Okay, that one's minus savoir-faire. I think we have one thing that gives us +1 or something. Oh. Sunglasses. Just make sure I got reaction speed. Okay.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
Teleport to the roof.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is...
do it.
Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Okay, well, that's impressive, but...
Bam! You find yourself on the
can't
roof,
believe
having
shit.
mastered the art of physical displacement.
I can't believe this shit.
This is the joke about scene transitioning, isn't it? I did it, Kim. I teleported.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
I can't believe this shit.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
I can't believe this shit.
Like a regular person. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. One might call it an adventure game. The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. A little thing. Postcard. You should take out your flashlight. Oh, good point. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Checkmate. You put them away and pulled them back out. I don't remember doing that. It doesn't sound right. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture. Last century, maybe? Brought down and forgotten so long ago. Oh, a few days. I was feeling confident that I could tell them apart, but I might have been overconfident. This overturned table is covered in an orange mildew, crawling with something. So, but you know, like for now, one still has the green. So, I just have to remember that Slalom is the naked one. Old file folders in the cart, documents silvery with mold. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. Jacket, +1 suggestion. Interisolary suit jacket. A muted brown suit jacket perfect for a day at the office or an evening at a cafe. The red rose at the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. Look at my dapperness. I'm gonna take off my sunglasses, considering the location we are in. Yeah, too bad Joyce is gone, or I could be like, Joyce, what do you think about this? Appropriate getup? In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed, ancient flyers and brochures.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Brush the dust off the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand. Grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Fucking shivers. The same slit window you saw from the outside. Revolutionary's hat, +1 to Mazovian socioeconomics. An Ushanka with the Mazovian logo, a pair of deer antlers on its silvery white front. Your ears feel cuddled and cared for by the state. Take a look. Hell yeah. Nah. I'm gonna keep my little guy hat. I'm sure that you could find them on Etsy. Blueprints in the sand. One of the souls appears more worn than the other. Heyo! Tunnel collapse. You'll have to find another way around. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Yeah, you just see this like, where'd you get that jacket? Okay. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound. Wait, I should probably make sure that I'm not missing where I can bring Kim in. And Kim is bitchin'. That's where I came in, right? Yeah. Like, I don't see anything here to let him in. Oh!
2 rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door.
Oh, the Kim.
It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
Push the doors open.
The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the 2 metal panels slide open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
They had to do a fade cut to the door being slightly more open or something.
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
These are computer components?
Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system.
Ooh. How they do that and why? Hey Kim, look, old cybernetics. I can say that one.
So it is. I think it is used to form a single system, slotted in the wall.
So this is all that remains of Feld R&D?
The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean.
Could this be part of the Feld playback experiment?
These? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find a device here. You will be disappointed.
All you'll find here is pain.
Thanks, Inland Empire. How'd they do that and why?
The how was a closely guarded secret. Something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon-based systems yet. For vitreous cast filament memories, though, these seem incredibly advanced.
For a moment I thought he was breaking the fourth wall. Finished thought, but I guess the radio computers use silicone.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No. What do you mean?
A pain, a strange tingling, or a ghost, or nothing. It's just my mind playing tricks. A pain, a strange tingling.
I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh.
I saw them too, footprints with the right sole worn smooth.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully.
What do you mean?
Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
It might be some kind of point of no return. We know Everart's true intentions and his plan for Martinez. What more is there to do with the Union? Or we solved the strike deadlock by telling Joyce about the Union's plans. Or I suddenly remembered we were running the serial number on the victim's armor. Or do you think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologists? Or how bad do you think things could get? Or what do you think is waiting for us there? Oh, why is the armor so important? We know Everart's intentions and his plan for Martinez. What more is there to do with the Union?
I don't know. Little things. But you're right. We've gotten everything we can from the Union. We even opened that container.
Okay, game approves of my handling of the Union situation.
Very, very thorough there. Your fingers approve.
Thanks, dude. We solved the strike deadlock by telling Joyce about the Union's plans.
I still don't think that was a good idea. But yes, our affairs with the Wild Pines are in order, since she isn't in Martinez anymore.
That's interesting.
Someone's been a very busy boy. Good on you.
Hey! I suddenly remembered we were running the serial number on the victim's armor.
You think we should finish running it now? Maybe you're right. It might not be as useful later.
It's a minor point. Don't worry too much about this. There are bigger fish.
Alright, Logic. Do you think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologists?
You mean Morel? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected. But the situation in the city will get tense for everyone.
If it gets that tense, the amateur zoologists might not be able to do their job.
Oh, I guess because we didn't circle back with them in the final way. How bad do you think things could get?
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
He smiles in the dark.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
What do you think is waiting for us there?
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
A concrete pipe, buried in the sand and dust. Oh, is that the other way we could have gotten in? Oh, fine. Wait, I want to go circle back around on those two things real quick since it deigned to remind me of them. Yeah, I'm picking up what it's putting down. I get it. And hopefully that shouldn't be too much trubs.
I can't believe this shit.
Okay. Hopefully we can wrap these two up pretty quickly.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boobs?
Yes. I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
I was born ready, baby.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S Kortenaer. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Lely.
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm.
Oof.
He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2.
According to Klasia, Lele said his real name wasn't really his. Perhaps that's because he was fostered.
This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Encyclopedia.
Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him and Crenel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Well, we have his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
He says to himself.
This means something to him. To know that name. Like naming a case. It's important. Sometimes
I forgot we never actually
police
had his
work is
name.
about human dignity. About giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other
Look,
questions?
To be fair, just because he's dead doesn't mean we can't talk to him. Yeah.
57th, over and out.
We can bully
In
his
the cabin,
ghost.
you see a set of steering levers.
Alright. I guess we can tell Morel how that all shook out. The Bud Boys.
I know what you've been up to.
Hello, officer.
Homosexual
I think
underground.
I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid, Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts.
So it was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing locusts. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
Oof.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
Mm-hmm.
That's just something people tell themselves when they fail.
Shut the fuck up, Rhetoric. Also, like, if it's a bug, it feels like it would be a better time to look for it anyway. Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. Or it's not worth risking your health. You should call it a day and go home. Refuse. Or I'd offer to help, but I have my own things to do. Refuse. Or damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you. Accept. Or we've come too far to quit. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. Accept enthusiastically. Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you.
You can? Fine. It's better than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this...
He wants to see this tale through as much as you.
I just wasn't sure if it was going to be all
Otherwise,
free
he'd have stopped this
traps.
already. But he cannot let it drag out after this.
Really? It's too much, officer.
He starts coughing again.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
She nods to her husband.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again.
Nice Foley.
We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but...
Wow. Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center.
He said he wouldn't do it. I'll get going then. I do like that he just had locusts on him. He threw them out like when you throw things one by one in Minecraft with the throw button and they turn into a big stack, you know, like...
Never presume that a man does not have locusts at his disposal.
I still have a hell of a time navigating this whole area. Was that over more to the, like, northeast? Oh, I wonder if I can talk to this guy about the fact that I contacted the ship. Oh, are they north there? Hey, Sunday man. Yo, Mr. Sunday.
Always my pleasure to be of assistance to the RCM. Godspeed, and if we don't meet again, bonne chance.
He refuses. Oh, for those unfamiliar, I didn't know before we were talking about it on the Discord that we...
The locusts aren't do...
those political quests, like the one where we talk to the mothership, are actually... They were added for the final cut. They didn't used to be in the game, which is really interesting.
The trap stands empty near the reeds. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' apprehensive hissing. Rain drips from the mesh of the trap.
Release the locusts into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good, now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
You've restocked the trap, now report to Lena and the Whirling. Okay. Fucking bad at navigating. As I understand it, the fast travel was also not a thing in the original version, so I'm very glad they added that.
Hello, dear.
I restocked the empty trap.
Good to see a familiar face.
Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She manages a smile for you.
Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest.
No, not Gary's.
I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Only the hardcore players left, huh? Or it's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds. Or he gives up an I'm running around and say the middle one.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
So who's going to check on the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Something tells me it's up to me again, or we'll take care of it, take it on, or once more onto the breach then, take it on with undue optimism, or good luck with that, my bug chasing days are done. Something tells me it's up to me again.
No, you don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time.
Be real. Gary is not going to help with this.
We'll take care of it.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Don't worry, that's my many other illnesses.
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Lena, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you.
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
You're on the back foot, or you've given up on the phasmid, or you're not telling me the whole story, or never mind. You're not telling me the whole story.
I'm not. It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Why do you think a police officer is the person to talk to about this specific concern?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Are you saying you made it up? Or you seem to really believe it happened? Doesn't that count for something? Or so you haven't seen it? I should arrest you for lying. Are you saying you made it up?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen? An extraordinary witness to grace.
But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. He's hiding. These things are tough on him. Matters of love, not violence or deceit.
First tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie.
An acorn is not the same as the tree. That requires time, diligence, and care.
Oh, any world map that you find is like fan-made. There really isn't enough information for a lot of the specifics, is what we determined. And I need something good here, or wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid. And I need something good here.
All qualities these two seem to share in abundance.
Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid.
But it is. We've spent years searching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple.
That's fine.
If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
Normally when I think about stuff like women and marriage, I feel bad. When I think about you and Morel, I feel okay. That counts for something, no?
Oh, of course it counts for something. But we've had our hard times too.
She looks down at her legs.
I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived. On our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work. Or, now I understand why you haven't told him about your doubts. Or, wow, love is hard. Or say nothing. He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
Look, okay, as much as we've dunked her for being racist, like... you know, she's an old white lady. I don't know, man. To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. Okay, it's a false memory. Doesn't mean all cryptids aren't real. Chase another one. Or you're right about all of it. I need to get back to my work. I'm gonna say... The thing is, you're not sure you made it up either.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still
Yeah,
see
I have a
it,
feeling
you
like
know.
the game devs didn't
The
think
real
of that as like
memory.
a defining trait of
Not the
hers, since you
memory
only
of
get
the
it in
memory,
that
but
one dialogue.
So hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding
It's
from
frankly
the
our
reeds on a
fault
hot
for having
summer's
gotten
day,
that one piece of
like a
dialogue.
benevolent god.
We should never have poked at the green gorilla
Either
stick
way, I should go.
button.
Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Little did we know by asking about that fucking pen we would learn forbidden knowledge. Are you sure you don't need help to getting to Gary's? Or you do that, I'll check the traps one more time. Or be careful out there, Lena, conclude. Or it's been a pleasure, ma'am. Or the rest of it's pretty grim. Thanks for bringing some light. Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
Wow.
And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Oh yeah, it does have like a joystick and stuff. I'll check the traps one more time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
No one can stop you from finding the phasmid.
Also, you don't get it, lady. This is a dramatically appropriate moment for us to find some kind of sign that the phasmid maybe exists. Can I have your address, just in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road.
Jamrock,
but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
She's also blind, it just hasn't come up yet. Be careful out there, Lena. It's been a pleasure, ma'am.
Likewise, sweetie. Thank you for everything. Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
The sentence remains unfinished.
A waste of time. A dream. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors. Then
that didn't sound
pushes
quiet.
them open. Outside, it's raining.
We should go to...
Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with strange coldness.
I know, Shivers! I'm going to do it! Jeez. It does make me nervous that it's like trying to push me there so hard. Like I'm falling behind. This is a first playthrough. You wanted me to hurry there so bad you shouldn't have given me a reminder of all my unfinished quest lines.
A few locusts trudge along the wall of the trap. The rest are piled in a heap in the corner, dead. No phasmid anywhere. Poor things.
Aww. Whoa. They should sell his tie. A little bug. Okay. They used to? Aw, yeah. Alright, buckos. Alright, you fuckos.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before.
All you'll find here
Through
is pain.
static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
Cover your ears. I seem to already be doing that, but...
No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
Yell through the static, "You're under arrest!" Or, "What's happening to me?" Or, "Are you gonna kill me too?" Or, "Help, Kim, help! My brain's on fire!" You're under arrest!
Really now? Check this out.
She turns the dial in her hand.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain.
"Help, Kim, help! My brain's on fire!" Lieutenant clutches his head as his eyes roll back into his skull.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing, it's the ULAN frequency. Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations. It's the Yulon frequency. Or Fat Angus said you had to have pale emitter. Or you're using one of those devices used to send signals to the pale on me. Or say nothing. Try to cover your ears. I saw your equations. It's the Yulon frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Awesome. Japanese. Confirmed. Look back at Kim.
Right behind you, officer.
Eyes closed, Lieutenant is doubled over. He's still alive and breathing.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job.
This lady's
those
voice acting
stations.
doesn't feel quite right.
All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
It's like a little too quiet.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effect.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She needs a little more of, like, disdainful antipathy energy, I think.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might
shouting.
get an opportunity to break loose.
Yeah, like, in theory, we're like... and she's like, this is a pale something. How did you get your hands on this thing? Or will I stay like this forever? Or have you experienced the compressor yourself? Or this is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed. Or please turn it off. I can't take it anymore. Move on. How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods towards her torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
No, yeah, I understand that she's supposed to be like deadpan, but it just still doesn't vibe quite right, I don't think. Because she does seem... I mean, she is choosing to torture us. Like, there should be a little bit of antagonistic energy there, but she just feels like someone who's like reading off of a piece of paper and has no relationship to whatever's going on. Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Whoa. Could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
You're looking for a deal on mattress.
Gruffness. That's what her performance needs a bit of.
Damn this.
Lieutenant clutches her head, grimacing.
God damn it.
God damn it. God damn it. She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much. Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
Pain threshold. Destroy the machine. Whoa. How'd you know we were coming? Or did you shoot Lely? How'd you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under the floorboards? Or, okay, then I have other questions. By hiding bullets under the floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isabel the washerwoman, or preparing for the worst, or you're desperate, aren't you? Or you don't need that. You're desperate, aren't you?
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit. It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
Did you shoot Lely?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
You're right, Kaja was the first to share her suspicions, or when I threatened to arrest her, Kaja broke. She told me everything. You're right, Kaja was the first.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Your first guess wasn't entirely off, or your own voice told us you were on the coast, or Titus told me. It took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. And those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I open them up. Oh yeah. I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you. Honestly, I don't know how I do it. I just stumbled in here. Can you please explain this shit to me? I kind of want to say that just to throw her off, but, were you the one who called me the human can opener?
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
Oh, well then.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Yeah, she's a little bit. Would you say that Lily was a likable person? Or do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot? Or you have a gun? Or you like Klasha a lot? Or do you like to hang out on rooftops? Or did you leave any flowers for Klasha on the roof? Or you're running drugs for the Union. I've been through your lorry. Did you leave any flowers for Klasha on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
They weren't just flowers, they're symbols of revolution pushed through the pain.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
But Klasha was mourning.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Okay, so you didn't leave Maybelle.
No, I did not.
You like Klasha a lot.
I considered her a good friend, yeah.
Are you a girl liker? Are you part of the homosexual underground? Is peeping one of your hobbies? But you want it to be more than just friends? Or there are other things I ask about. There are other things I ask about. But you want it to be more than just friends.
Oh, so that's where you were going with this.
She said you wanted to run away with her.
That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
Clausia only said they maybe kissed. Someone is lying here.
Wait, Klasha said you only kiss? Or hold on, Klasha only likes truly buff men? Or then what happens? I like how irrelevant this is, but I gotta. She said you only kissed.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later.
Don't...
Seriously, just move on.
But I do want details actually cringe from the head-splitting torment. Then what happened?
She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leading me on.
Were your skills also compromised?
I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Are you a girl liker? Kasia said you got very angry when she started seeing Lily threatened her.
Yeah. One time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy.
And despite everything, you helped her by staging the lynching?
Yeah. The girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer.
There are other things I ask about.
Go ahead. It's your body.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
Do you have an alibi?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for, or they did say you left to take a really long leak, 15 minutes, or there was a half hour missing, you went out. The leak.
Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks about it. They always do. I've driven a lot of long haul and chugged a lot of beer, man. Can't do either without some power of mind over bladder. And anyway, that wouldn't have been enough time.
Hold on, no one takes a 15-minute leak, or our investigation went something. I shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder. I'm gonna say that.
Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain.
There's a secret way from the first floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it. But also...
She frowned, studying your face.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
Yeah, but the game won't let me go to the island yet.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
The pain stops him from finishing the sentence.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
You're running drugs for the Union.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
That really comes as a blow to her.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in. Or, yeah, I made him talk. Lie. I found my own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
A bitter smile.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
You're a criminal. I can't trust anything you say. Or you had a financial incentive to kill the merc. Move on. I can't trust anything you say.
That's your prerogative.
You had a financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
Lieutenant's unable to articulate his question.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
Thanks, Renner.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns the knob down just a millimeter.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
But you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
She responds, holding your gaze. Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Nudged it during drugs talk. But look, I got such a good thing. But who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
I mean, why not?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Clausia's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Bullshit, you're trying to, Wince grotesquely, throw me off. No one says that. Or, how do you know this? No one says that.
Oh, yes, they do. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me what's my name. If you know that about me, you must know my name. Or fuck yeah, I'm a La Puta Madre agent. You better let me go. Or La Puta Madre. I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right? God, I only have one health left. What's my name?
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the take. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
Okay, logic. I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
No, that was a real question, or I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to know all this, but I lost my memory recently. Yes, of course. Are you scared yet? No, that was a real question.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this madre anyway? Okay, other questions. What did you do to this madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
Who was in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
What else can you tell me? What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying.
I can't believe this shit.
But supposedly I got here because of the murder. Supposedly I got here because that guy was murdered. I keep thinking things, and then y'all remind me, no, he didn't get here until after the murder.
I can't believe this shit.
That sound about right?
Oh, those pilot photos, yes, I'm familiar. But I mean, we're talking about the fact that it feels like she's describing the mercs.
No idea who these people are, literally. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Minnow. We can either take a room here in the Whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off.
No!
Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
Oh, wait, so it's just a coincidence that it's 2 guys and a lady. I think I know them. They're in Martinez. Or, yeah, that's right. I was just testing you. They're right outside with guns. Or, no, that doesn't ring any bells. I think I know them. They're in Martinez.
Friction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here. Please delete.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
You're under arrest. Or see them fireworks, Kim? Glance back. Or whisper over your shoulder. You okay, Kim? You okay, Kim? I know.
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
She puts the barrel of the gun into her mouth. What are you doing? Or convince her to put the gun down. Okay, 83%.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You need to give her options.
What options?
You know.
Maybe I can still talk her out of it, or please put your hands up, just walk away. Or I wish I could let you go, but I have to follow protocol. Maybe I can still talk her out of it?
This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives.
You're saying that if I let her walk away is the only scenario where she doesn't shoot herself? It's really toxic behavior, Ruby. Ruby, do you know that's actually like a form of abusive behavior, Ruby? To do that kind of thing to someone, to make them do what you want to do. Did you even know that, Ruby? Did you even fucking know that?
Spicy.
You're like so canceled, Ruby. Just walk away.
She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her.
That is true. Torture machines are also pretty problematic behavior.
Gratitude, doubt. She's still ready to go. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens.
You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go. Or just fucking go, okay, before I change my mind. You don't have to do this. You're not cornered. I'm letting you go.
Day of miracles. I'll take it.
She says, she then turns her gaze to the tunnel behind you.
She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
I'm going to kill myself now. Day of miracles. I'll take it. I'm no longer going to kill myself now. Bye.
Good call.
Lieutenant is still unsteady on his feet. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
He has to
I
catch
would
his
have
breath.
done the same had I not been incapacitated.
What if we just let the murderer go? Or I think she didn't do it. Or I think she did it, but I didn't want her to die. I think she didn't do it.
Her tent. We should check it out.
He points to the back of the cavern. I lived, bitches. Can I get some medicine? Can I get some motherfucking medicine? So this idea that I'm a fixer or whatever for La Puta Madre. Allegedly. But like, I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel too surprising. I mean, I'm a cop on the edge. I've been, like really fucking stressed out and shit. I could see it being, and then like of course Harry was thinking about killing himself. Maybe because of guilt of all the stuff he's gotten tied up in. She's been doing some paintings. Oh, how cool. Cooking utensils. She has prepared herself porridge with banana. Oh, did I not? Quick save. I have had a little bit of my brain on the homosexual underground during all of this. Ah, it knew what was needed.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Looking swide.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes.
Shine your flashlight on the books.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
I really did think that she was going to be building like some kind of doomsday device.
See anything?
I didn't realize it was kind of just like one of those things that like emit a noise to fuck you up to make teens leave or whatever. Sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook. Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like those sound weapons that they have in the real world.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Okay. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name Schneller embossed on the back. It seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather, The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name. Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers.
Shut up.
She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently.
She has a woman's handwriting.
Perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
What kind of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
You know, there was that confusion about why we were sent specifically by our station. I wonder if maybe we were sent with the secret goal of looking into the drug trade matter while we were here ostensibly looking into the murder. If we were working for La Puta Madre. What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Uzumaki.
Anything personal?
Short wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did she write the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely.
Fucking writing that
She's
out.
referring to betraying a previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense?
What? She betrayed her previous employer? In what? Did I forget something already? When did she talk about a previous employer? She left Jamrock for the Union. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th first.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call?
The call.
Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake.
Am I sure this is a mistake? Look at me. Or this is coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob boss. Am I sure this is a mistake? Look at me.
Whatever you may look like, you don't feel like a hired assassin.
Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I just don't think she killed a mercenary. It's mostly a gut feeling, though, since we let her walk out without hearing her side of the story.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her. Or Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent? Or then who do you think killed the merc? If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her? No, I'm not going to say that. We still would need the information. Kim, am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's good that we didn't catch her?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
Yeah.
We have other reasons to arrest her.
He frowns.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Hey, oh man, if only I could find my partner. There's just this cool guy with a wig and sunglasses here. Oh man, I need to find out if I have a secret identity. Then who do you think killed the merc?
Classy was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or...
He stops to think. I don't know.
Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
I'm still trying to think about if it's anyone that I know in the game that would make sense as the shooter. Gart. It would be very funny if it was Gart. I want it to be Gart. Or who else could maybe gardener lady. We know she is a woman of deception. Or me. Could have been me. Or I'm just like trying to think of people who it would be dramatically appropriate to be, and I can't really think of anybody. But we'll see. We'll see. I guess I should end it for the night. Oh my fucking god. Look at him. Look at him falling off the edge. Ha.
Love.
Oh, but also, wait, what else? I was thinking about something else to do with this whole situation. I don't know. But, oh, tomorrow, we girls raft. The return, baby. So, Sane can't come until half an hour later. So I was thinking that maybe I would go ahead and start streaming at the normal time, and I could show you what we've been up to in the crew server, since I've been very busy Minecrafting with the crew. And then we will play girls raft, and then I'm sure we'll return to Disco Elysiums on Saturday. But I have a lot to think about now, about possibilities, but I'm glad it's not her, because it would have been very weirdly unsatisfying after all the hints the game was giving that it's not her. So that's good, and I guess we'll see where this goes. Hasta mañana.
I can't believe this shit. can't believe this shit.
Yo, girl, instead of broadcasting that terrorism weapon thing, what if you broadcast this sick beat?